Welcome to Disgracelands. Ta-da! Very subdued guitar playing there. Ah, isn't it nice? My name's Rob Wheatley. This is, you know, what it is. It's YouTube, isn't it? It's about 9:16 in the evening. Look, I started trying to do this video about 3 o'clock this afternoon because I'm doing new flash sound and all this sort of business on it, and it's really doing my head in because it's just made life so bloody complicated and unspontaneous. But it's fun. No one cares. There's going to be a bit of guitar, a bit of waffle, bit of guitar. Let's see what goes, eh? was that? That was fun. I bloody enjoyed that. Thank you, Robbo. That was exciting. I enjoyed that. Loving that new looper. Really, really digging it. I tell that to my brothers. That's the Ammoon looper again. For those of you who haven't seen the last two videos, if you're into these little looper pedals, tiny little Chinese thing about that size. Cost me about £29.37. Absolutely brilliant buy. Just don't plug the USB thing into it because apparently that might wipe it. But other than that, use the damn thing. It's effing awful. Look, I've already opened the beer because I've tried this blooming video so many times. Oh man, Old Peculiar. For God's sake, it's Theakston's Old Peculiar. Dark beer. Was it David from Texas? I think it's David. I apologise if I got your name. I read your comments the other day, a couple of comments you left me. Thank you very much. It's great to hear from you, great to have you dropping in and commenting on the channel. You said you were going to have a dark beer. I said I was going to have a dark beer, so cheers, my friend. I think this is Old Peculiar, 5.6%. 5.6%. Doesn't matter which side, really. It won't matter by the time I'll be smiling on both sides of my face, so... yeah, took the looper down to my brother's when I went for my birthday, and again, thank you very much you all for the birthday wishes and all that, really hugely appreciated. I haven't got back to people on Facebook mainly because I dropped this computer mouse last week, and all the times I've dropped it and gone, oh, that still works, that's an amazing bit of kit, and last week, and it's one of these things where to go from like here to here, instead of just going like that with your mouse, I'm having to go, and the mouse is just doing that. And you want it to go up, and it's going like diagonal, so go diagonal, and constantly it starts going, your eyes are doing this. 10 minutes later, I've got RSI in this freaking hand, and my eyes are just going, so this has been since last week. So I ordered another mouse on whenever it was, last week, this week. It arrived yesterday, and I didn't read the word compact on the mouse. Compact mouse, which means it's about this big. It's a tiny little fucking thing, which is alright, but the lead on it is like that long. How can you, it's like a mouse, what the, perhaps I bought a mouse, perhaps I bought a real mouse, I haven't looked. I'll just go out there and fry some cheese, see what happens, see if it eats its way out of the box. It's a real live mouse. Or it's a dead mouse, I don't know. Either way, it's going back to Amazon. Get out of here, back to Amazon. I'm buying the one without the compact, the non-compact one. I want one like this, except not broken. And people have suggested, why not get a wireless mouse? There's no point suggesting that to me because I'm old school and I can't be bothered. If I haven't got wires, then I've got nothing to trip over and I've got nothing to complain about. And, you know, I'm English, so I need stuff to complain about. So, Theakston's Old Peculiar. It smells of brandy and treacle and Christmas pudding almost, and raisins and more treacle and malt. It's gorgeous. It's a hell of a beer. We used to travel to the pub where they used to, well, the brewery, Theakston's Brewery in Masson in North Yorkshire. There used to be a pub in the car park of the brewery, and the pub was called the White Bear, and that was a Theakston's pub, and it was like the brewery tap. So we used to get in our car, or someone's car, at about 4:30 on a Saturday morning from time to time, and drive, however many miles it was, 300 miles, 250, 300 miles to North Yorkshire to go to the pub. I'd have a few pints of this, and then we'd F about Masson for a couple of hours because we'd get kicked out after lunch, and then go back in there in the evening and drink more of this. And then 4 of us would just sleep in the car park, wake up the next day, go to the laboratory somewhere, get back in the car and drive all the way home. 500 mile or so round trip to go to the pub, but it was a good pub, and you know, man, you know, Theakston's Old Peculiar, that's what we said. 500 mile, I won't even go like 2, how far, where are we going tonight down the pub? We're going to the Greyhound. Oh, Greyhound, that's like, oh god, that's 3 minutes away. I've got to walk like 9 minutes to get to the Horse and Greyhound. Oh my god, oh, really? Those were the days. Petrol was cheap and we were cheaper, and we were all just didn't care. And there was so little to do. One time we were around there, and it was an afternoon, and I think there was 4 of us there, and we'd found this piece of rubber hose about this long, rubber tube sort of thing, and this paving slab. And we invented this game called Mass and Softball, where we all stood round in a circle and someone had the rubber tube and they had to defend themselves, and the person with the paving slab would basically throw it at them. And you go, oh, fuck like that, and just try and knock it out the way of your leg, like, and then you give the hose to someone else, and then someone else picks up the slab and throws it at them. It was all very well behaved. We were completely plastered. We'd been in there all afternoon. So we didn't know what was going on. All our legs were turned to jelly. We didn't feel anything. But my mate Steve just suddenly picked up this paving slab and threw it at me while I didn't have the rubber hose, which was funny. But it's even funnier was the fact I just went, yeah, and just did this perfectly executed reverse roundhouse kick, and the side of my foot went smack on the side of his head. His legs went flying in the air like that, and he hit the floor, laughing. I was laughing, Richie was laughing, Andy was laughing. I know it's a perfectly executed reverse roundhouse kick, because my mate Richie, who was doing that sort of thing at the time, said, Rob, that's a perfectly executed. So, right, okay. And we went, so got Steve up and said, look, you know, don't throw the slab at people if they haven't got the thing. So he stood up and said, that's all right, I get it now. And then someone threw the slab at him, and then it just carried on from there, really. So great game. Health and safety, none, you know, and no skill requirements whatsoever. You need to be extremely drunk so you don't feel the bruising that basically quite a, you know, not an entire paving slab, not 18 inch, probably a 9 inch square paving slab about that thick, concrete, huzzed and off legs and things. It was all right. We were on holiday, weren't we? We were on holiday at the pub. Another time we went to the pub, the same pub, we decided we were going anyway, and then about 2 nights before we went, we found out Fairport Convention, who are this like folk band in the UK, folk rock band, an amazing band, we've been following them for years, and they were playing in the local community centre up there. So we went up there, we were going anyway, and we went up there and we said, oh look, Fairport are playing, and we said, oh yeah, we come up here to see them. And they said, oh, there's no tickets left. We knew that, and they said, oh, well, if you come all this way to see them. We thought, well, we were coming this way anyway to go to the pub, but then we knew they were coming, so we were definitely coming to the pub. But so we said, oh, yeah, you know, well, and so they got us tickets, and so we went in there and saw them, which was bloody awesome. And I saw Richard Thompson there as well, so I seen, you know. And Simon Nicole out of Fairport Convention, I have to give him credit, he did one of the most heinous farts I've ever heard in my entire life. It was murderous. Standing in the bar of the White Bear like the morning after the gig, and the whole place just like that, and they must be used to it up there because no one said a word. Just think, I asked for that man's autograph several years earlier. So folk rock isn't all about, you know, Yodie Diddly Dido and a faux round a day. It's also real ale and massive great heinous farts. So this is the stuff, if you want to become a folk rocker, this is the stuff you need to drink. It comes out the same colour it goes in, doesn't matter where it comes out, it will always be that colour. And it's bloody gorgeous. Theakston's Old Peculiar, one of the most famous beers in Britain. And if you can get your hands on some, do so, because it's jolly nice. Just don't drink it as cold as I've got it, and you'll be fine. So this is with the new sound again. I've done the new sound thing on the video. Hopefully that will work. Thank you to those of you who commented on the last one. You didn't notice where it went a bit wobbly at the end. I did, but that's my, you know, that's my job. It's not really my job, just what I do. Like that. And you know, but we will have acoustic music too. You see, look, lovely acoustic music with real wooden. There's wood on the front. How to tune guitars. Surely, if you've only got 1,000 subscribers, what's the point in monetising your channel? It's more hassle than it's worth, isn't it? I mean, I've got about 200 and something, 50, 206, 200, I don't know, it went up, then it went down again, it went up, like, you know. And my views are going like that as well, my videos are going like that as well, so. It's just a downfall of YouTube. It certainly is here at Disgraceland. So we're going to see what happens with that. But just stop moaning, you know. God Almighty, just whoever. Well, just don't. Is it? No, it's not. It's not. Is it really? No. It seems that they're demonetising everything anyway because they don't like it up them. And so you know, You mustn't do that on a video. You mustn't say fuck or bugger or any of that. So just don't do that or say fuck or bugger on any videos, and you know, just make sure everything is you know, all inclusive. I don't know what that means, I don't know why I did that, but that pretty much includes everybody, doesn't it? Do it how they like. That's a top tip for you. I don't think anyone comes here for dating advice. Elvis did, and look what happened to him. He died on a lavatory, for fuck's sake. There are worse ways to go. You could die on someone else's lavatory. You could die on a lavatory on a train. What do I keep saying? Lavatory. 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 Lavatories on trains are even funnier because they move about like this on our trains. I think they have specially sprung floors right directly underneath the bog pan that you sit on. Like they just do this all the time. You try and stand there, and they've got these handrails that are on springs. I think that you'd have, you're trying to, you just end up just. So don't go for a poo or a wee on a train, especially if you're the driver. I think with that, it's time to go, and there'll be more videos. Hopefully not quite like this. Hopefully better than this. Much, much better. Did you, hang on, you seen that thing on Facebook? This bloody killer whale apparently can talk my frickin' arse. It says, oh look, it's got subtitles. It's saying hello, and it's supposed to go hello, and this thing's going, you go, look, it's saying hello. You say, oh, say goodbye, and you go, he goes, oh, that's goodbye, isn't it? People are only thinking because they've seen the subtitles. He says, well, how about this whale can say fuck off? Oh, I haven't taught you that. Hang on, see, just told you. And why, if it's a French bloke teaching the whale, why is he teaching it in English? Why not teach it in French? That way, you know, it could be a national TV star. Now Johnny Halliday's dead, they could have Johnny Halibut, the killer whale. It's marketing, you see. It's people are just missing a trick left, right and centre. We're going to have a new brewery here in Withenoak. We're not. I just decided we are. Well, not a brewery as such, just a fridge with some beer in it. It's my fridge actually, isn't it? Well, it's not going to drink itself. I think if I don't go and do it, it would be plainly irresponsible. We've got to think of the kids in this planet. We don't want them getting their hands on my alcohol. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. And I have no idea what this video is about. It's about 20 minutes long, and it's going to take me about another hour to render it, and then another half an hour to upload it. And I've already been on it since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Oh dear, oh dear, let's have more of this, let's have more of this. that's enough of that. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.